Around 250 martial arts enthusiasts from the U.S. arrived at the renowned Shaolin Temple in central China and demonstrated their skills to a crowd of monks and reporters. The American martial arts enthusiasts demonstrated multiple Chinese martial arts, including the three-section whip, Buddha's fist, tiger hooks, and Chinese boxing. The tour was set up by the United Studio of Self-Defense, a martial arts training center with thousands of members in the U.S. Now, the Shaolin Temple was also mired in controversy the past couple of years. There was news that the Shaolin Temple was looking to become more commercialized, to become a brand and get its own IPO on the Chinese stock exchange. Now, a lot of Chinese Weibo users haven't forgotten about that, but most commenters only have positive things to say about the Shaolin Temple visit. So now let's take a look at some of their comments.
Chinese only know how to make a profit by destroying our own environment and exploitation of our own people. We have to give our culture to foreigners in order to protect it. How shameful. If a Chinese person went to the Shaolin Temple to study martial arts, his friends would look at him like he's gone mad. But when a foreigner does it, people think he's a great person for loving Chinese culture. Double standards are everywhere in China. What they don't know is that the current Shaolin is no longer the old traditional Shaolin associated with austerity and kung fu. Today, the Shaolin Temple is a money-making corporate machine. It is rich beyond belief, and they actively hire people to become monks for periods of 3 to 4 years. They make $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and after their contract is completed, they get a bonus. Silly foreigners who come to Shaolin thinking it is a holy site. Shaolin monks today are all fakes, and that abbot was in a number of scandals in recent years. Chinese monks today all love women, meat, wine, money, and sex. They are not real monks anymore. The Shaolin Temple is like Disneyland. It's just a tour with a lot of actors. All those monks, they all have fancy cell phones and go on vacations with their sexy girlfriends. They are hired actors who live on the compound and are paid a lot of money. It's all over the news in China, but these foreigners are still in the dark. The only people left who will take Shaolin Temple seriously are perhaps foreigners who are ignorant of the temple's corruptions.
The current Shaolin Monastery was not the original monastery that was built more than 1,000 years ago. Instead, the Shaolin Temple has been destroyed and rebuilt many times. The temple was sacked by bandits in the 14th century during the Red Turban Rebellion and was abandoned for years until the region was reclaimed by the central government. In the mid-17th century, the monastery was sacked again by Qing dynasty government forces due to the monastery's support of the previous Ming dynasty. It wasn't until the 18th century that the Shaolin Temple would gain the patronage of the Qing government. The most recent hardship for the Shaolin Temple was in 1966 during China's Cultural Revolution, when religious orders were targeted by the government, including the Shaolin monks. The monks were publicly flogged and paraded through the streets, and the government purged Buddhist materials from within the monastery walls. But the Shaolin Temple endured and persevered, and in 2010, the Shaolin Monastery was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.